midnight, and I know that in the last clip I said that Good morning, ladies and gents. It's 5 a.m. I was up since 2:30 this morning, getting a flight to Ireland. I'm going to see some family, and to be honest with you, family, if you're watching, I could really do without this weekend. However, I am really looking forward to it at the same time. The lads are doing park run this morning. They don't know I'm here. The boys. What time did you get? Huh? 24:52. PB. Nice one. Probably worth mentioning this weekend is somewhat of a big family event. It's actually my older brother's daughter's christening, so my niece's christening, and it's going to be a heavy one.
What wisdom have you got to share with the vlog? I'm probing you for an answer.
Nobody gets out sober. Caesar salad for me, you know, on a health kick.
You will not eat a Caesar salad.
I have a melon followed by some soup.
Sean, tell me a few facts about this castle.
Built in 1100 AD by Sir King Charles IV.
You don't have a clue, do you? Tell us some facts about the hotel. It was built in 1402. Mr. and Mrs. William Wallace's first cousin. No one has a clue. James, do you know any facts about this hotel?
Eh?
Do you know any facts about this hotel?
None whatsoever.
They sell great Guinness. Little easy run. Spectator. This guy. Oh man. A little 5k easy run this morning. Getting the alcohol out of the system. Got Tom putting in the work. Alright, just received a message from the sales call that I had yesterday regarding that he wants to ultimately move forward with the programme, is what he said. So really exciting times. Onboarding a new client is always great. So I've just basically pinged him a message now, asking him if he's got some free time to basically jump on a call and discuss how we move forward. So yeah, that's that ultimately. Fun times. Heading to the airport in a couple of hours to obviously go back to Spain. I personally find that not being too pushy on a sales call is always the best approach. Try to give as much value as possible, but be honest and sincere, and show ultimately that you are a good person and that you get their best interests at heart. I think being needy, and I've been there before, when you really need the client and you need the money, it's difficult, but I think just having the more relaxed approach, understanding there is plenty of fish in the sea. And what I mean by that is just because you might not sign that client, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and I think maybe people will judge that and go, oh, that's a weak way of looking at it, but I really don't think it is, because you will find the right clients that want to work with you as much as you want to work with them, and I think that's really important for good business relationships, and also just for good team dynamics as well, but also for good headspace in your own mind too. So I just wanted to share that with you. For you young guys, maybe there's a lot of information regarding sales out there, and I think it's very different if you're running a service-based business and it's yours. I think being personable, approachable, understandable, and not necessarily so hard on the sale front, you're going to be a lot more successful and have better relationships than doing it the opposite way, which a lot of people tell you is like go on there, you know, and really hard and drill down the sale. And I think that works, you know, and I've done this before selling for other companies and it's maybe a product, then you can do that. But I think when it's your own business and it's a service-based business especially, I think it's an entirely different approach, and I don't think a lot of people talk about that enough. So that's just my thoughts, and it's what's worked for me as well. So that's it for now. Like I say, I'm going to the airport in a couple of hours, just going to get back to the client here, and maybe catch him at the airport lounge when I arrive. All right. My flight is in an hour and a half, so I'm going to nail this food. Usually pretty good, but it's usually beef. Got the chicken tonight, so wait and see. By the way, travel regularly, get one of these cards immediately. Amex Platinum changes the way in which you travel for the rest of your life. The best thing I've ever gotten. Absolutely love it. Used to be like my least favourite part of travel, going to the airport and stuff. It just felt like such a wasted time. Could never really get like work done. You always had to queue for food and all these different things. That is completely transformed. Like I say, the way I travel now, come every single airport, gets you access to pretty much every single airport lounge in the world. So I just get here and it's now became probably my favourite thing about travelling, to be honest. All right, heading down to board the flight. Got absolutely nothing done in the lounge. Really looking forward to getting back to Spain. Listen, family time, I love it. I appreciate it. I really try to be present now more than ever. I used to get back, you know, and stress about work and like, because that's all I do pretty much for the most part is work, right? And you know, for a long period I was like spending time with family and stuff, and I was like what, because that's what I'm used to doing. And I get stressed when I'm not kind of working. I feel like I'm not doing enough. But yeah, time has gone on. I've really tried to be more present, I guess, and yeah, just make the most of the times that we have, you know, because that's really important. With that said, I'm looking forward to getting back to Spain and getting into a routine. You know, I've not really got into one yet since moving into the house like 8 weeks ago. So yeah, that'll be like the main focal point when I get back, is find a solid routine that we can latch onto. And by the way, I think it's really important to be present as much as you can with the people that you love and love you, because that is ultimately what we're all working for, right? And if we work really hard and create the life that we dream and make the money that we want, what is the point if we haven't made the memories and can't spend the time with the people that we care about and care about us? So that's my thoughts on it. I've realised that when I've got older, it's a kind of humbling realisation that actually the most important thing in life is the people close to you, know, and work you can always catch up on.
Thank you.
Made it back, opening up the compound in the cover of darkness. That was a heavy weekend. Great weekend, but a heavy weekend. Alright, today is the first bit of speed work that I'm doing of this year, really, and it's obviously in prep of the half marathon. So if you're running, if you're training for anything, and by the way, this obviously is not sponsored. It's an app that I've been using, I've used in the past, and I love it. I 100% endorse it. It's class, and I would recommend it to anyone that's getting into running or training for anything. The app is called Runner, and this is kind of how it looks inside. It builds you a personalized custom plan based on your fitness, really, and it does sort of like change because obviously it's tracking your fitness as you go, you know, your speed, your heart rate and stuff like that. Anyway, let me show you this, right? So this is the Runner app synced up to my watch right now. So it's telling me at the very top 760 meters left until the next lap. It's saying obviously what my heart rate is, my pace, everything, and then at the very bottom it's showing how long I've got left of this set. So it's really cool. Like down here, obviously it will keep me up to date with all my pacing and tell me how many meters I've got left before the next thing happens within the workout. I just think it's a really cool tool to have. It's pretty much like having a running coach by your side, training you through, taking you through your training. What I will say is I'm fairly fit. I would say, like, I've been running every day obviously this year so far, but now it's just about putting a little bit of speed work into the legs. Like so far I feel like I can go out and do, you know, relatively long stuff now, but when it comes to like just going through the gears, you know, that's when you get found out. So The idea is the more speed work you do, or the more your body becomes used to running faster, then naturally it's easier to also run for longer, and vice versa. The same is also true. One doesn't work without the other. Essentially today's run 5.5k in total, 1.1 kilometers at a conversational pace, so just be really steady. I'll be honest, I'm quite tired honestly from the flight and stuff like that, travel yesterday. And then 90 seconds walk and rest. Alright, so that's the first kilometre done at a warm up, super slow, super steady. Look at the views, by the way, just love it around here.
Lap is 1 kilometer at 4 minutes 50 per kilometer.
Alright, let's go.
Rest complete. Start running.
And then basically we go into sets of, there's 4 sets, so 1k at a 450 pace, and then a walk for 90 seconds. 439. And then 800 metres at a 445 pace, and then walk for 90 seconds again, and then 600 metres at a 435 pace, walk for 90 seconds, 400 metres at a 430 pace, walk for 90 seconds, and then 200 metres at a 420 pace.
Lap is 200 meters at 4 minutes 20 per kilometer.
Alright, last one. 200 metres, 420 pace. Let's go. Right, that's the speed work done. 90-second rest now and then cool off. I'll tell you this, there is no better feeling than hitting all of your workouts. Like, this is only week 2 now of training, but I tell you, I did not want to come out, like, not one bit of me today. I've been running every day now for, I don't know, 30 odd days. It's not easy, like, and this weekend, late night last night, getting back to the house, I just wanted to go to sleep, I'll be honest. But getting out, like I said, I've said this before, but there's never a single time when I come out on a run and regret it or feel worse than I did before I went out. Like, I had no energy before I left the house. I'm not saying I'm bouncing around now with energy, but I feel way better than I did.
Richard, good to see you, man.
I'm actually in Spain. Just purchased a house over here, so hence the echo. We're up in turning this top area of the house here into an office. So right now there's not a whole lot going on, and it's just like straight down 4 flights of stairs, and there's nothing here. So it's everything just bouncing off everywhere. What about you? Where in the States are you?
So real quick, if I may, as a follow up on that. So you just moved with your family to Spain. What part of Spain?
So yeah, I just moved here with my fiance actually to Granada. I don't know if you're familiar with the area, but
Yeah, very familiar with Granada. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's stunning. Like, we've been in cities now for a long time. We travelled for a while as well, and yeah, we were in London for some time, and then we were in Dubai as well. And it's getting to the point now where it's like, let's go start a family and let's just get out. So we're out here in the middle of nature, mountains. It's beautiful. So yeah, really pleased.
Amazing. Yeah, my wife is actually from London. I don't know
Nice.
if I mentioned that. And so she moved here to New York area. We're in Connecticut now, but we're actually going to Dubai for our, we basically agree every year we do a honeymoon trip. So we're going to Dubai,
Nice.
Morocco, and then Maldives. But to kind of get this up and running, see the editing, see the traction, now let's increase the rate.
Yeah.
Let's, as we start to get, monetized, we'll start 10%. I'm open to all that.
I don't know what that was. Did you hear that noise?
It was a sneeze.
Jeez, I think it was I have no clue. It sounded like the window. I think a bird flew into the window. That scared the life out of me. Yeah, I'm 100% aligned there. And then obviously summarising sort of what we can do regarding referrals and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll send all that over to you. You'll have that in the next 24 hours.
Awesome, Richard. It's a pleasure. Enjoy your weather in Granada, yeah?
Thank you
Talk
so
soon.
much. Take care of yourself. Great to meet you.
Cheers.
Bye. All right, I have no clue what just flew into the window or what made that huge bang, but that was a decent sales call. I love networking with people like that, because that could be potentially not only a good client to have, but also, if he's got 94 guys in the program like he said he had, it would also be phenomenal for us to get in there and showcase what we do well, and then for even a 10% of that, right? like I said to him there, like if we can get to that level, I would give him the monthly service for free. And that is a huge incentive for him, and a huge incentive for us as well, because we're getting a constant stream of people. And also, they're all coaches too, which means that they're going to have people that could recommend as well. So yeah, it's a smart way of doing business, and I've got to find out now what that big, huge cracking noise was.
Weird thing.
Huh?
I just can't picture why that's happened. You filmed it.
Alright, so we've discovered what the fucking huge crack was. I can't wait a sec. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but there is a huge crack. There we go. There's a huge crack in the window here. There you go, look. See that? There's a huge crack, goes all the way around the entire top of the window. You know, the realisation that this is now home is really starting to sink in. Obviously, we've been super busy with visitors, and you know, it's like anything, you know, you just move to a new place and a new country as well. You're getting used to a lot, and it takes a while to sort of, for your mind to catch up and adjust, especially for us. You know, we've been travelling the world, we've stayed in so many different places, lived in so many different countries, and for a while there, initially, it kind of felt just like another Airbnb or another place we're travelling to. But since coming back, and now that we're kind of getting the house to ourselves, it's just starting to, like I say, set in. And honestly, man, like being in cities and stuff like that, it's great. And I would 100% put yourself in that, like recommend you put yourself in that position as a young man. Like there's so many more opportunities. But once you sort of grow a little older, and once you build your businesses, once you get to a position in life where, you know, you're not necessarily having to grind. Been noticing this over the last couple of days that more and more people are talking about this. Like us as young entrepreneurs, we're extremely hungry, we're extremely motivated by money, and I would never ever say that like that shouldn't be your motivation, but it shouldn't be your sole motivation, you know. Like I think we get used to this grind set, if you will, and it can become, I don't know how to explain it, but like ultimately you begin the quest of making money online to gain your own freedom, and you understand that you've got a responsibility, and you understand that, you know, no one's coming to save you, and it's up to you to ultimately, you know, make the path on your own, right? Like I think we kind of get lost at some point in the chasing money. You know, there is no better feeling than signing a new deal, signing a client, you know, building your business. 100%. I'm not saying that shouldn't be your goal, but I do think that there is a realisation, and I think it'll become more common as time goes on now with this new wave of young entrepreneurs in the online space, especially, where we realise that actually there is more to life, and we should be making money to fuel the life that we want to live. And for me, over the last few months, I've sort of realised that, you know, there is more to life than sort of sitting at a laptop and, you know, grinding and sort of just having the world time lapse by your existence. And that's kind of what happens to a lot of us, because we just get into this fixed sort of routine of repeating every single day in, day out. And like I say, I think it's a good thing for a lot of people, and a lot of people need that 100% certainly. But I do feel like there comes a point sort of connecting and slowing down a little bit. Yes, I'm only 34, but you know, being in these surroundings, like I woke up this morning, I had my breakfast out by the pool there. But usually, like if I rewind a few months back to when I was in Dubai, I was forcing my food down my throat as I was sat on the laptop, like responding to emails and pinging messages back and forward. Like even just having that 15 minutes this morning is so different to how I used to be not so long ago. And even now, like I've just realised, like I've just reminded myself that, hey, let's go out and sort of take a look around at the surroundings and, you know, appreciate where we're at and where I'm at, and sort of watch sunset and see all these things, as opposed to, again, what I was doing before in Dubai is just sat at my laptop, just type, and, you know, it's literally from dark to dark every single day. And like I say, I think it depends where you're at, 100%. You know, if you're not in a position where you're happy or where you want to be, you need to grind. You absolutely need to wake up every day and hustle, and forget to sleep, forget to eat, all of that, because you need to do what you need to do. But don't get lost in it. Once you get to a point, remember why you started it in the first place, and don't forget to take a minute and live and, you know, be present and appreciate the smaller things in life as well, because that's what we're doing it for ultimately. You know, that's it. And by the way, no one enjoys working more than me. No one enjoys the hustle more than me. No one enjoys the grind more than me. Ask anyone that knows me personally and they will vouch for that. I am an absolute workhorse when it comes to grinding. There's no one, you know, I know we all say that, but like, you know, I can assure you I put in the hard yards. And yeah, it's just a realization I had recently, and I didn't even plan on talking about all of that, but I think it's valuable, and I think it's something that we all, like I say, need to realise. And I'm just really grateful that I can do that as well. And I think that's what comes from the freedom element of being a young entrepreneur, working online and doing all these things. You do it for yourself. You know, I know people that are having to drive to and from work every day, long commutes, not getting away on time because, you know, there's certain things going on at work. And honestly, like, I couldn't imagine anything worse, and that's hand on heart. So I'm really grateful that I'm in the position that I'm in, and it's important now to me that I just take a moment to sort of enjoy it a little bit. I'm not going to take my foot off the gas, but, you know, it's important to just not slow down, but just take a look around. I think it was Ferris Bueller that said something like that.